talk about the vulnerabilities that you were basically able, just for the listeners, you basically set up a man-in-the-middle attack to intercept the communications between the server and the access cameras and decrypt them and analyze the communications. Talk about what you found when you did that.
Essentially, the access remoting is an RPC, remote procedure protocol. It enables the client to invoke some kind of functionality on the server. Let's say, for example, you want to log in, then you invoke the logon async function. Or if you want to list cameras, you can invoke that specific function that handles it. The problem is when more complicated types are needed for different functionality. The entire application was written in native .NET. It's not browser-based. And the entire RPC was using serialization to basically send serialized object over the wire. And when we're talking about primitives like strings, integers, stuff of that sort, that's no problem at all. I can send you a string or an integer and nothing will happen.
Right.
But sometimes more complicated types should be used, which are classes. And this introduces the process of serialization and deserialization, essentially taking an in-memory class in the server or the client and transform it to a byte representation, either strings or bytes.
Object.
And that way I'm able to pass along classes between different processes, different computers over the wire, you name it. And in .NET, this could be, and in general even, this is serious security concern. Because if it enables the client to decide what kind of classes will be created on the server's backend, it could lead to unexpected results, side effects, and many times to code execution. Exactly. You essentially create your own class you control on the server, not something the server intended to actually have. And this was the first vulnerability we found, the deserialization vulnerability in the access remoting protocol. Now, this in .NET enables immediate code execution once you know how to communicate with the protocol. And then we developed two approaches to full exploitation. The first one is via man-in-the-middle, which is limited because it requires user interaction, it requires the man-in-the-middle setup. And the second one is full pre-auth, no prior knowledge, no credentials. All you need to do is to be able to connect to a server and you are able to fully execute code on the server's backend.